Hello and welcome to week 7. In week 7, you are going to stagger your assignment, so pay careful attention to the dates for which each assignment is due. While you've been working steadily on the primary research portion of this paper, I want to remind you that you do have the primary research analysis due on April 27th by 11:55 p.m. So let's just take a look at that. You won't need a title or a header. This will be done in a way that makes it easy for you to copy and paste it later when you merge this primary research with your secondary research. Secondary research was project 2. So now you're going to create that new knowledge, construct that new knowledge by merging what you learned from the experts about this topic with what you learned from your primary research. You should have at least 2 pages, and they should be organized according to methods, participants, instrumentation, data collection, data analysis, results, limitations, and discussion. And we've worked through these pieces in the last week. If you still have questions, please don't hesitate to ask. That again is due on April 27th. Now, you also need to work on your outline and your draft of project number 3. Let's talk about the outline first. I'm going to walk you through the merging of that primary research into your former project number 2. So what you're going to do is you'll copy the primary research analysis, parts 1 and 2, paste it into the final copy of project number 2, just above your conclusion. And then I want you to assess what you think might need to be moved in order to be more cohesive. For example, maybe you think the counter argument should now come before the primary research. You're going to want to move that then. I want you to save this new document as project number 3, and then I want you to count the number of paragraphs in this new project number 3. Open a Word document or Google Doc and number it according to the number of the paragraphs that you have in this new project number 3. And then I want you to, as you can see below, just briefly list the main idea of each paragraph. We call this a reverse outline because the paper already exists, but this lets us check cohesion. It lets us check that clarity from paragraph to paragraph. So as you read through those numbers, if you still think something needs to be moved, go ahead and move it, make those changes in the outline, but I'll also be looking at your outline for that cohesion. Next, you've got your draft of project number 3, but really for the most part, you can see systematically over the last week or so, you've put together this new project number 3 by merging your project number 2 with your primary research. Just in case, let's make sure that you fit the criteria. As I said, you've been working on this, you've had different due dates as all of these last couple of weeks have accumulated with the work that you've been doing towards this project. You've already done that merge of project number 2 with your primary research. So now you've got your project number 3. But here's some typical things that happen when you do this merge. One, sometimes you need to expand your your introduction in your thesis. Sometimes you need to move the body uh, paragraphs within project number 2 to better express those views of experts. You might need to reorder. You might need to change or expand the existing conclusion. You might need to add information from the primary research analysis. You might need to discuss the combined findings, so you might need to add a paragraph that brings everything together. But these are things that I really want you to look for as you solidify that draft, that pieced together draft. All right, and you've got a sample here that you can read through just to see how it looks when it's done in completion. This is a former student's copy, but it'll give you some good direction. So you'll want to turn in the outline on April 29th by 11:55 p.m. You'll want to turn in your draft by May 1st at 11:55 p.m. That will give me enough time to give all of you feedback well ahead of that last day of the semester due date for everything. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask.